Sequence of Protocol by John W. Griffin. In the mid-1960s and early 70s, some of the most dangerous and ruthless young black men from brutal streets of Philadelphia formed an alliance within the Nation of Islam Mosque No. 12, believing wholeheartedly in the teachings of Elijah Muhammad and his vision of self-sufficiency. They saw themselves as pioneers of the new black nation, committed to do whatever was necessary, including becoming involved in organized crime and murder. But for somebody to be able to go that extra mile, I don't consider them anything but super genius, super powerful, like with the super in front of it, because it's not ordinary that somebody can stay in a room for 40 years and still have an imagination of not just putting out this particular book, but he has a few books, Screams from the Coffin, Letters to My Father.
A book that's not yet out called First Shot Fired. He also is still in litigation. His case is 1974, yet it is still active. So that is unheard of, because the work it takes to stay alive in a court this many years later with issues that are prosecutorial misconduct is unheard of. And part of the reason why he's written, aside from the fact that he can write, is that it's the only way he can buy the right attorney to sell his issues. When you're pro bono, when you go through the courts, especially at the Superior Court level, Supreme Court level, to have your issue heard, they're not going to listen to you because you're not an attorney. So, you know, we've been through it. We've been up and down the courts 4 or 5 times, and still he's active. That's rare. And part of Sequence of Protocol and the promotion of that, you buy Sequence of Protocol, you assist a man to have his day in court. That, for me, is the reason to support Mr. Griffin. And if you read this book, then I request that you read A Letter to My Father, because A Letter to My Father is autobiographical, so therefore accurately true. This is fiction. You'll love it.
You know, it's historic at this point, you know, things that happened that long ago. If you don't put the stories out, the history will get wiped out and nobody will know the true story. But there is a book that came out, and I was mentioning it earlier, that we carry it as well, but this is the original cover of the Black Brothers Incorporated. So just while you're here, Leaf, you should probably get a, just so people can know, police records, real deal. You know, and I have to say it that way because they're both real, but at the same time, this is written right from the source, and this is from somebody that was outside of the investigator at that time.
And who relied on newspaper clippings and things that you could read in out of context. And he put a context to it. I mean, I assisted Mr. Griffin in getting it to print, and I will tell you, there were times I had trouble even typing it in, because those were extremely violent times, necessary violent times, not so different than today. So I definitely recommend the read. You won't be sorry. But you know, we are where we are today, which is what, 2014. This is 1974, 1973. And I've known Mr. Griffin since 1984. He's a remarkable author, and he's very on point with staying alive, staying well, staying healthy, and staying true to his family. And he has an amazing family, but if what we're here to do today, hopefully he calls in a little bit, and he gets to speak for himself.
How you doing, brother?
Hey, how you feel, bro?
Oh, good. Good to talk to you. Real good. Thank you. But we were talking, Prudent and myself.
Hello?
Yeah, can you hear us clearly?
John?
Hold on. Probably gonna have to take it off.
I hope it didn't hurt you. John?
Yeah.
All right.
You sit
Okay.
there. Okay, can you hear us clearly?
Yeah, I can hear you clearly.
Oh, okay, cool. Okay, well, we were talking, you know, we've been talking for the last 6 months about everything that you are bringing to the table with your book. And, you know, we're going through a transition at the moment with the book sales, because a lot of books are available on the internet. And, you know, what makes our store unique is that the books that we carry, we still could get the hard copies. It's changing out here, you know. I think that your book is a special book for the city of Philadelphia, and it could go as far as international. But we have the first book that came out, Black Brothers Incorporated, and you know, we gotta see how we could do some cross promotions. And I was telling Prudent that the visual, people have to see that the book is out. They can't just hear the word of mouth, because it's beyond that, you know. They have to see it. And then the way that you design the cover with the brothers on the front and the brothers on the back, once that is put in places that can be seen in a big way, like I was telling Prudent, we may have to do a put it on my van to start, so they can visually see it on the van with the other books that I have on the van, and maybe build up some funds from book sales that we can do a subway promotion, so we could put it on the subway, the Philadelphia subway system. That will,
I agree with you.
yeah, that will get a major response, because it's already out. People heard it's out, but they didn't see it yet.
Yeah, I know. And you know, to comment on what you just said, one of the reasons that I designed the cover that way was because I felt as though it would garner attention. And then, you know, in order to get the public to read it, I wanted to garner their attention. And those brothers there played a very big part in the history of Philadelphia. And so I used the picture and the symbolicness of it, the front and the back cover. And I agree with you 100%. I think that if we can get the type of leverage, the type of public viewing this book, I think that the book will be a good seller, a very good seller. And it's not just because of the cover, it's because of the way I wrote the book. And most people matter of fact, I haven't spoken to one person who read the book that didn't like the book, you know, and everybody has questions, you know, everybody say, wow, you know, when I read... It is subject to monitoring and recording. They say, when I read the book, you know, I was comparing this to so-and-so, so-and-so, or comparing this to so-and-so, so-and-so, and I wonder who this character represents and who that character represents. So people are very much interested, and I agree with you 100%. I think that we have to look at it in terms of promotion and marketing, and I'm willing to do what I can, you know, even from my position, from my limited position, to try and get it out there. And I appreciate what you're doing. I mean, that's, you know, basically, you know, you're spearheading the promotional thing already just by having it in your store. And guys, everybody that I've met so far in here, even guys who haven't read my book, know about your store.
Thank you.
You know?
Well, let me ask you a question. Have you seen the book coming through? Have you seen it? Have you seen the book circulating throughout the prison?
My book?
Yes.
Yes, I see guys walking up there. Guys walk up to me, their wives sending the book. Matter of fact, about 2 weeks ago, a guy came to me, say, look, my wife was down to BlackandNobel bookstore. I didn't even know about your book. He said it was suggested to him, it was suggested to her that she buy this book. And he held the book up, and it was my book. And he said, and then I told my wife, wow, I think I'm on the block with this guy. And then so I signed the book for him.
Excellent.
You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I see the book, and then you know what? It's sort of exhilarating when you walk down the block or something, and you see somebody sitting at a table reading your book. You know, and then a lot of guys don't even know that that's me that wrote the book, but they're reading my book. Right,
right. Well, I think that after we display the video that we're going to be putting up, we'll be getting a lot more attention, because I have a really big following. Thank you. on the internet. So we haven't been able to really do any promotions yet except word of mouth. So like I said, people heard that the book is out. But now that we have you on the phone and we're recording you, we're going to actually get their attention because they're going to know the book is out. They're going to see the book. And you'll hear some good responses because we have a really big following online. And we want to put it out there that the book is out, The Real Deal, Sequence of Protocol, the original Philadelphia Black Mafia story.
Right off the Barnary sub-stop, Philadelphia, PA. Shot so loud you would think it was a club spot. African Americans, although we all over the web, we the hood librarians. We ship to prisons too. We reach out and deliver